Hello all, myself Mani. Today in this video I'm going to review a book which is called The Book of Man by Osho. I'm going to review this book and I will try to explain the summary of this book. Which is contained four parts in this. I'll try to cover all the topics and explain the each point which is inside of this book. And first of all, I got this book from one of my colleague. Thank you, Roshni, and thank you, Sirisha, for gifting me this book. First thing I would say, why you need to read this book. So I can say to switch to the reality and the external world, the human evaluation surrounded by the people, influences, relationship, the lover, the beggar, the boyfriend, human liberation, some sort of religiousness, and a lot precise information contain this book. So these books change your direction, perception of thoughts, precision, awareness, and self-love. Define your existence, recall the nature, and awaken your inner spirit. So then I would like to move ahead and let's wrap up the contents inside of this book. So the book contains the four major parts. The first part, which contains the topics: the Adam, the victim, the slave, the son, the robot, the animal, the sex manic, the monk, the homosexual, and the zebra. So I will go one by one to brief explain the content which is inside. Guys, I started reading this book from the preface page. The every line, the word more meaningful, and I feel like spending good time to getting know something. So in the preface page, it started like it's mentioned the man liberation, how it formed, the Adam, the robot, the beggar, the lover, and the priest, the politician, and the gambler, and says that our reality lies behind all of these theories and categories. So these mentioned categories recognize particular kind of mindset and take ourselves to move beyond the mind limitation, confinement, individual personalities, and it helps to discover actually what we are and our real faces and our beloveds. The first introduction page, I was truly connected with this point. The liberation of a man has not happened yet. It's not only for the men and women. So we need a liberation movement from the past, from the slavery of life negating values. So we have got many social conditions which have been imposed on us from the religions for a thousand of years. Coming to the main point in this book highlighted, the priest and politician, they have caused a tremendous split in the man life. Yes, these two actual characters, priest and politician, they have created a guilt-ridden man being, and we have alienated from ourselves. So it's a permanent inner conflict in between body and soul, matter and mind, materialism and spiritualism, and science and religion, the man and woman, the east and west throughout life. So as I mentioned point, we are misguided by the social influencer and manipulated. We have become emotionally sick, and we forget our own nature, own style, and own art. So apart from that, we are living in the modern loop that we have no idea of our existence and our purpose. So now it's time to break those manipulative social frameworks and choose our self-love, passion, and integrity. Every man from his early childhood is being conditioned to do some functions, and in this competitive world, we are kind to join those ambitions, struggles, race for the money, fame, success, power, respecting the society. So as a small child, we learn to adapt those goals, and we take value from our parents, teachers, priests, kind of politicians. So these all wasted our interest. We never ever question them. Circling these matters really distracted from our true nature, original being, and we lose our capacity and being unmotivated with our own innocence, and totally lose our playful creativity. So then, slowly cutting off this our creative potentialness and ability to love, laughter, and our own intention. So like this is the way we brought up by the society, made our bodies and senses make insensitive. We lost the access to our innate human qualities, feelings, gentleness, love, intuition, and we became like a head oriented stuff, and we became a feelingless robots. Here the Osho point is saying that the first step is recognize your inner self, became aware and became mature individual. So Adam is a man. So many is Adam like. Every childhood is Garden of Eden. every child is a happy animal. Every child has to be thrown out of his gardens. Okay, so so it is a part of the growth. So every child has to be thrown out of God's garden. So it is a part of growth. We have been misguided from the very beginning. Whatever you do, and you will be the miserable, and you are the weak person. So the nature has no idea of money. So money is pure invention of a man. So it is useful but dangerous too. So likewise, the society is organized and made up everything. So we are not a robots. Society made us as a social robot. You are agreed with our own consent whether you are aware or not. The whole life was there was a rushing from one place to another, and the society and its foundations and impactfulness distracted from the very beginning. So, as mentioned and listed every point, the Osho is trying to bring back to ourselves and find our own path and what is the real, what is the ideal, and what is the drama in this real world. Moving ahead, like every child is born with a tremendous love and for love himself. So later on, society with a great an agenda try to destroy our love and your passion and your nature of being and style. So whatever. We were conditioned to always love towards an object outside of ourselves. So these brings man's so these have things make man poor and sick. When you love somebody outside of your love, and whether it could be in a relationship. So as mentioned and listed every point, the Osho is trying to bring back to yourself and find your path and know what is the real and what is ideal, what is the drama loop. So these are the point Osho trying to cover. Moving ahead, like every child born with a tremendous love for himself. So later on, the society with an agenda tried to destroy that love and our passion, own nature of growing and our style. So whatever. So we were conditioned to always love towards an object and outside of ourselves. So these things make man poor and sick totally. Any idea why do lovers continuously fight, nagging, harassing each other? So the simple reason is that they are not getting what they want. So they are not getting what they are thinking. So hence they both are beggar and empty. So we are lacking in love to share with people and society. We don't know that exactly what is it mean of love. So in love, we should be always a giver. Giver never always beggar. So the other person also should be a giver. When two emperors, master of hearts, meet, there is a tremendous joy. Nobody is dependent on anybody else. Everybody is independent and individual. We are well centered with our own self. So we are well grounded and we have established it with our own foundation. Learning to love yourself is not difficult. It's a natural. Otherwise, you'll be a good person in your life. So you will never grow. So when you start loving yourself, you will be feel more positive and you feel very confident. When you forget love yourself, there will be many psychological problems arise because we are distracted from our own nature. There isn't one example in Japan. They have a 400 years old trees, but their height was just 6 inches, and it might be the 10 inches. Actually, it should be grow very like a skyscraper when it was 400 years old, because they control the its roots growing just like a man growth in the real world. So kind of religious teachers and preachers, they're stopping our ideas. And there is one more interesting, the earth is not divided anywhere else into the nation because of geographical politics. Yeah, with the cunning idea strategies, it was divided, and the earth is got a map. Just see one thing, when we were born, there was not in a Christian, we are not in Catholic, we are not a communist, so we are not belongs to any religion. So every child come into this world. It's like a tabla rasa. It's really interesting to me. What is a tabla rasa? I just have googled it. So it's like a completely clean slate. So nothing written on it. So by the time, by the people, the scenario, situation. We come across through that, we got to know, so that is really, and that was really the people, they were influenced us to turn into like this. So this is a called tabla rasa. So the people, real innocence, became like a great trouble because of it's a surrounded by the social rules. In the real world, we are exploited by the religious mafia and the political mafia to lose our actual inner heritage and our inner human being. In fact, millions of years, man has remained as a slave, feeling a deep inferiority complex in himself and feeling like unworthy because we were not able to fulfill the our requirements, our need. If you see politicians everywhere goes on and giving the hope, there will be no poverty because it's still growing. Osho says that his parents, teachers, and professors struggled with him, but he has one thing certain: he was not ready to be a social slave. There is a question in this book: what is your purpose of existence? And says that you have an opportunity for tremendous treasure hidden within us, the beauty, ecstasy, and of freedom. Do you think the stars? Do you think the sky, stars, sunset, sunrise, flowers blooming, birds singing? These all are the nature, which is not a part of any stupidity and which is not belongs to any priest.